All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fort Worth Community Arts Center. For those that don't know me or aren't my relatives, my name is Jason Leva. I am the production manager here at Arts Fort Worth, and we are so very excited to continue on with, I believe, night number 7 of our 8 readings, all being considered for production right here on the Sanders stage next year. Just a reminder, we do still have 1 weekend left of last year's selection, the Texas Book of Beasts, that will run this Friday and Saturday. And then there's also a Sunday matinee before they head back into the wilderness. Now, for tonight's reading, we're going to head down to Memphis. We have 2 contributing companies tonight that have come together to present this reading for you, and we're so very excited to welcome to the stage tonight Dragstrip Courage and artist De La Rosa taking on Yella Jack by Donna Latham. Please give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Just want to welcome you to our show tonight. My name is Rob Vasquez, and I'm very honored to direct this little piece we're about to do. I'm here representing 2 wonderful organizations. Artist De La Rosa, which operates out of the Rose Marine Theater, 1440 North Main. Wonderful place, youth programs, just a lot of wonderful activities and just fun for the whole family, as well as Dragstrip Courage, which is an incredible independent theater production company founded by Seth Johnston, one of my heroes, and Miss Lark Wallace Johnston. I thank everybody for being here tonight for our reading of Yella Jack. My name is Rob Vasquez. I was the director, and I'm also reading the stage directions today. And if we could start over with Ron, maybe we could introduce ourselves and let everybody know what characters we're playing, if you don't mind, guys.
Sure. My name is Ronald Fernandez. I'm going to be playing the chorus, which is going to be a series of characters, 6 total, including Father Brant, Dr. Lowell, a patient, a preacher, a cannon man, and a carriage driver.
My name is Shelby Griffin. I'm going to be playing Sister Gregory.
I'm Ricky Jones, and I'll be playing Mose.
I'm Nadine Villarreal. I'll be playing Dr. Rebecca Bernstein.
Hi, my name is Thad Isbell. I'm playing Jack Savage.
Hi, my name is Erin Hugo. I'm going to be playing the role of Blossom.
My name is Malika Madi, and I will be playing reading the part of Omni Friday.
And I'm Susan Van Belkom. I'll be playing Elvira.
All right, we hope you guys enjoy the show. Let's get into it. Yella Jack by Donna Latham. The characters: Jack Stranger, surreal, the physical embodiment of contagion and specter of slavery, a trafficker and serial killer collecting trophies. His appearance grows gradually more disheveled and decayed as the play progresses and contagion spreads. Dr. Rebecca Bernstein, early career doctor who studied in Europe and left a sweetheart behind, stoic and given to melancholy. Blossom, the youngest of the women, a street vendor who sells lemonade near the bordello with dreams of bottling fizzy beverages. Mose, a handyman turned body collector. He does the city's hideous jobs. He stashes earnings with entrepreneurial plans. Sister Gregory, a sister of charity, a novice nun. She leaves convent where she's serving penance to tend the sick and refuses to return. Elvira, a madam who offers the Pink Palace Bordello as a makeshift indigent hospital. Omi Friday, a root worker deep in ancestral connection, loses job when her employers flee town, steps up to cook for the hospital. And the chorus, which consists of Father Brant, Dr. Lowell, a patient, which is an Irish immigrant, a preacher, the cannon man, and the carriage driver. Here we go. Scene 1, prologue. Lights up on Jack. He radiates menace. He clutches a long red scarf, flips about, performs perverse dance.
Shit stank Memphis needs a right plague.
Lights up on Omi Friday. She digs up root vegetables in her garden, drops them in a sack. She's unaware of Jack, who directs evil at her.
Ala Andi, Allah, I need.
She drops her trowel, clutches her heart, stricken.
Blood froze in my veins. Stranger's back.
Crosses to the spirit tree on which paint's blue bottles hang. She clinks the bottles together. Lights up, blossom. She polishes the lemonade cart. Stops, counts out bills and coins from her money pouch. Jack watches her on the sly.
Business is sluggardy. After I pay up at the boarding house, I'm flat busted.
Sound effect of single mosquito buzzing. Jack outstretches arms like wings, splits the back.
Not a look of family to my name. Too proud to ask the church ladies for help. Dreams about to slip away like a thief in the night.
Jack sneaks up on Blossom, flaps red scarf in her face, sound effects of swarming mosquito.
God and all his angels!
A plague's what we need. Gotta call the herd, Jerry.
Lights down on Blossom and Jack. Lights up on Omi Friday. She arrives for work. Realizes her employers fled without notice.
Ain't that a kick in the britches? Vamoosed. Table set with Mrs. Good Silver, eggs festering on plates, Mr.'s gold-rimmed glasses abandoned on the buffet. Folks with means move on. Folks got nothing, stay put.
She gathers biscuits, bread, apples from the table, stuffs them in her bag.
Sinful to waste food. Allah I need, Allah I need, Allah I need, mother of all things. Fly your daughter away to do some good in troubled times.
Lights down on Omi Friday. A shift. Patient.
Come back tonight, sister, please. My beautiful bride bears twins.
Characters appear in pools of light.
About to leap out of my skin. Where is she?
A beat of silence. Then all hell breaks loose. Townfolk, they all call in anguish. Help us! Doctor! We need a doctor! Lord Jesus, Flossie's down! Help! She's burning alive! We need a 3-foot casket for baby Henry, etc., etc. There is a pounding on wood. A projection. Memphis, November, 1878. Then, a clanging of a handbell, banging of pot lids or other metal. Blossom spins lemonade cart around it. It's now a death cart. She and Mose chant or sing in a catchy way.
Bring out your dead, good people. Bring out your dead.
Again. Dr. Bernstein holds candle.
Memphis reeks with awful, and etc. of 10,000 families.
Sister Gregory holds candle.
Grave diggers overwhelmed stumble upon people they know, dead.
One day bleeds into the next.
I helped the sexton screw down a coffin lid. Suddenly, the woman inside snapped open, her eyes bolted upright.
I should be in London with my sweetheart, but...
Much put out, the casket lady demanded, "The hell are you doing?"
The epidemic struck with unusual malignancy. First symptom, a slight chill. Subsequent symptoms, exponential. Ghastly.
The sexton and I were consternated. We hoisted the irate lady from her close confinement, laid her in bed.
A pounding headache. Temperature soars to 106. An awesome stench wafts from skin. The putrid odor of rotten hay. Soon, skin suffers a yellow tinge.
I must get back to my patient. He needs comfort and hot barley soup.
The patient is restless, screams, tumbles about half conscious. Blood oozes from skin. The last stage of disease arrives. Black vomit. After that, death. Within days or hours.
I feel unwell.
She blows out candle.
How much longer will I survive before I become a patient myself?
She blows out candle. Omi Friday, armpan hidden under apron or behind back.
Bolt the door, y'all. Jack's on the prowl.
Keep it unlatched. Sister Greg's still out there. Somewhere.
I'll guard it. Then Jack won't dare invade on my watch.
Death carts hauling, good people.
Bring out your fallen.
Amen. No more and slap out. What day is it?
The heck if I know. One more day, we're still alive, I reckon.
Did the undertaker pay our wages?
Paid up. I squirreled away our money.
Where?
Don't fret. I took care of it. It's safe and sound.
Feel it? There's a ghost of change in the air today.
Or is the air just thick with ghosts?
It's coming up a bad cloud. We gonna survive this?
We're gonna survive this.
This, everything? All of us.
Heck yes. Jesus, take the reins.
Bring out your dead, good people. Bring out your dead.
Amen.
Patient, off stage 4.
Don't abandon me, Sister Gregory. Come back, please.
Omi Friday appears against burning fire.
Devil, I'm coming for your evil. Gonna put a hurting on you. Banish your snake belly menace. Allah Ani, mother of all things, power of the earth, power of the ground, from fertile earth to the barren harvest lands. You bring birth to all things, judge of human actions, keeper of morality. You watch over us in peace and in war, in times of health and in times of plague. You took revenge on evildoers, but more than evil ones suffer. You who take souls of the dead into your own womb, help us work together. Bring healing to the earth. Let us join hands in a binding circle, a ring built round with the 4 elements. I am water, I weep, I cleanse, I flow, I am air. I observe, I breathe, I determine. I am earth, I grow, I build, I give. I am fire, I ignite, I blaze, I spread. I am a daughter of this land. No matter what the man says, I'm a daughter of the old land. I burn with the spirit of the ancestor. Devil knows I can't get the fever, and devil plumb terrified.
Sound effects, a single whining mosquito. Omi Friday captures it in a Hates Blue bottle.
Blossom, chop the step, girl. Grab a Satan-sized casket. Omni Friday breathes fire.
Scene 2, we're all plagued. All work together to add cots, supplies, etc., to create a makeshift hospital in the brothel.
I'm desperate for more hospital space. Overwhelmed with sick folks.
We're all plagued, one way or another.
Rich folks abandon us.
To die of plague like peasants.
One day, when we're the ancestors,
Left among bleached bones of history,
our descendants will unravel this.
make sense of the massacre wrought from defiance of quarantine.
No need to unravel. It came from evil ancestors.
From disgusting blood sports, cockfighting, rat baiting.
Was the rains, merciless rains from Thanksgiving to Mardi Gras.
It came from the Mississippi River.
River transported folks and goods for generations. Now transports plague.
Came from filth, from privy folks dumped in the river.
Miasma brought fever.
Bad air in the swamplands.
I theorize insects lit on filth, then carried contagion to humans.
The heck? Doc Bernstein.
I'll continue research when I return to London.
Was pigeons started it. Pigeons whooshed me in a message from the ancestors.
A message carried on ill winds and tempests.
An ominous message.
Chilled me to the bone.
Turned my fingers so cold I thought they snapped clean off.
An enormous crates of wild pigeons squabbled at the marketplace.
Everybody knows. Everybody.
Pass of the pigeons brings sickly air.
Putrescent air.
Sickly air. Welcome mosquitoes. Swarms and swarms and swarms of swamp devils.
Sounds of swarming mosquitoes.
I knew, second I heard him, death was on the prowl.
13 deaths.
In a span of 1 week.
Impoverished folks.
In 2 houses.
On my crooked old street.
Folks followed one another to the grave.
Church bells tolled to mark their passing.
1 for each soul lost.
1, 2, 3.
Told 13 times. Unlucky 13.
And still, Memphis refused to notice.
Well, that's rich folks for you. Rich white folks.
In the clammy August heat.
Kind that feels like a wet rag stuck to your mud.
Yes, ma'am. In that swampy heat, folks went about their business.
Worked their chores.
Gossiped over fences.
They birthed babies, tended vegetable patches.
Baked cobblers.
Chatted at coffee houses and markets, caroused at taverns.
At bawdy houses.
Folks smooched sweethearts.
Children sailed paper boats in gutters, skipped rope in alleys.
Folks opened all their windows.
To catch any errant breeze, chose to mosey alone.
Until mosquitoes swarmed.
And folks slammed windows against invasion. Latched them tight.
Folks lived their lives.
Until they didn't.
People remained unaware, didn't realize a murderer lurked among them.
On bustling streets and cozy parlors.
Between silken sheets.
Our friend in Memphis didn't know. A killer stalked them.
A menace.
Like Willipus Wallopus and his red sack. Drug folks off to Lord knows where.
Raucous Memphis fell silent. Still.
The destroying scourge, malignant fever, crept among us.
Yellow Jack snuck from house to house to house.
marked everyone,
Rich or poor,
young or old.
Black or white, Yellow Jack marked them in wretched ways.
Bless you, friends. Our hospital's ready for more sick folks.
Scene 3, when the well's dry. Elvira lights candle and sets it down.
When the well's dry, we know the worth of water. A woman's got to have her own money, first and foremost. War made me a widow. After Clifford died, I had no family, no home, no money. Church folk shunned me, for I loved both men and women. Factories full, mills too, mostly with men home from battle. I lacked the finger skills for the needle trade. I practiced crochet daily, though, to hone up. I swallowed pride wedged in my throat like a fishbone. Pawned my wedding band first, then mother's gold earbobs. I clawed through muck to survive, huddled on stoops with feral cats, dozed in filthy alleyways, begged for coins, for mercy. I landed a curb job near the wharfs, survival work, lowest of the low. Couldn't afford to rent space in a ramshackle crib. By and by, though, I found my footing. Entertained 10 or 12 people, men a night. Sailors flushed with poker winnings, lonely lads lamed in war, laborers on quick stops before they hustled home for family supper. Once, a governor. Oh, I'll never forget one odsome fellow. Paid to unpin my braids, brush them out in extravagant strokes, then prance about in my lace corset. Soon, I earned enough money for sky-high crib rent. The gouging gall of a rich white landlord, $18 a week. I didn't sleep in that squalor, of course. I lodged at a respectable boarding house. An extra $1 paid for victuals, for warmth. When a riverboat bastard jammed a baby inside me, against my will, I did as I always do. Took matters into my own hands, with a crochet hook. I knotted string at the rear end, planned to yank it out afterwards. I lacked finger skills. Blood, so much blood, so very crimson, pooled around my new French lace-ups, so very fast. I tumbled headlong into a china wash basin. By God's grace, another boarder heard the clatter.
The dreadful thunk of a skull, melancholy plagues me, friends. Makes me tough to rattle. Still, my heart flip-flopped.
Dr. Bernstein burst into my room.
You'll be fine, dear heart.
She squeezed my hand, prayed.
Dear God, grant me the veracity of thy Yael.
My vision blurred. Life slipped away like a lost memory.
I bore down on Elvira with the weight of giants, staunched relentless blood.
The rest? Don't rightly remember. Don't wish to, truth be told. Dr. Bernstein, you precious, precious woman. You roused me from death, a true miracle.
As a rock for others, one grows hardened, yet still cracked and broken. Each night I hide sorrows in secret chambers of my heart.
She blows out candle. A shift. Elvira holds candle.
My God, it's nearly midnight. Where's beloved Sister Gregory?
She takes off a belt and places it on the table. Blows out candle. Sister Gregory tends patient who's not visible.
How am I doing, sister?
You're doing fine, dear heart.
Just checking.
Positively fine.
Thank you kindly for the barley soup. Best feed I've had in months. Sorry, sister. Didn't intend to hack phlegm on you.
It's not the first time. Don't trouble your mind.
Save the corn biscuits for Pacey. She nurses our twins, desperate for her own feed.
Scene 4. Doctors disagree. The sound effect of a single whining mosquito. After a few beats, a projection. Memphis, August 1878. Lights up on Jack. He lugs a duffel bag. Furtively looks about. Exits. Lights up on doctors. Throughout scene, Dr. Lowell dandifies himself for church, slicks hair down, ties cravats, polishes boots and pistol, etc. Dr. Bernstein struggles to turn her attention to telegrams and documents she clutches.
It's coming.
Tarnation, son of fever's common.
This is different. It's deadly.
Shoo fly.
It'll clobber Memphis by Meth's end.
Fomites, effluvia, noxious gases always plague us. Now get out of my way.
Come back, Dr. Lowell. You will hear me.
Man's got no time for silly notions.
We must enforce quarantine immediately.
Worries a rocking chair, sway back and forth, get nowhere.
People will die through our negligence.
Pray it away, let God sort it out.
Science is a gift from God.
Govern your saucy tongue, little girl.
Evidence is irrefutable.
No time for fancy research words from hoity-toits in Europe. Study 6 weeks in London? Surely you're a medical genius.
America could learn much from Europe's medical practices.
Miss Thang wanders this river city, solo, mingles with foreigners among streetwalkers and drunkards, darkies, steal jobs from deserving men.
I earned this job, and all others, through education, blood, sweat, and tears. New Orleans is in the grips of a yellow fever outbreak. People are
panic-stricken, spewing exaggeration.
Dying. My colleagues in New Orleans wired.
Don't pay no never mind to rumor.
Conditions are catastrophic.
Trying to lay their terrors on a Confederate surgeon.
I'm telling you what I know.
I brandished bone saws before you were a glint in your papa's eyes.
Riverboats and railway cars will transport bad air here to Memphis.
Expect me to tremble as Saffron Scourge gallops our way.
In this heat?
Folks are accustomed to the Julie fry, to poisonous miasma from the bayou.
Doctor.
Quarantine will launch pandemonium, strangle river traffic, choke it to death, delay cotton shipments, destroy commerce, grind our economy to a halt.
If everyone's sick, there is no economy. If you must consider economy first...
Of course I must, simpleton.
Is it not better, then, to expend a few $1,000s, a safeguard, rather than lose millions to fever's disastrous impact?
I don't squander time and money, like gadabout bohemians.
Human tragedy is far more devastating.
You're a self-righteous hyena in petticoats.
Loss of money hurts. Loss of loved ones cuts to the bone, wounds that ache forever.
Shouldn't you be back in London?
Soon.
Good riddance. Sashay your bottom back to the Nancy boy Englishman. Heard he's pinning away for you.
Hear me, and hear me now.
Everything's under control. Let a he-man protect Memphis.
It's my earnest, honest conviction. Should an epidemic demolish us, it will be our own fault, in not taking no necessary precautions.
Spare me the female hysteria.
Those who oppose quarantine will be held responsible.
Pish-posh.
Scorned henceforth through history.
We don't even know if quarantine halts yellow plague.
Quarantine works. Harkens back to our biblical brethren in leper colonies.
Christ on a cracker, the hysteric trundles out lepers.
Quarantine, for the safety of our community and beyond.
Shoo, sourpuss, before I squash you like a cockroach. Listen up. Heard tell there's an indigent hospital opened at the whorehouse. Maybe, want to take your petticoats there?
Have you no humanity?
Time for Sunday service. God protects me as ever.
Why carry a pistol as ever?
Scene 5, Mosquitoes the Devil. Eruption of racket, sound effects of bustling city, full of life with people, horses, carriages. Sounds gradually fall off. A few beats of total silence. Then, the sound of a single whining mosquito. It intensifies to indicate swarms.
Thunderation. Mosquitoes the devil.
He pounds on door.
Gorges on blood feast, like a vampire.
Swats away swarms, smacks different areas of body as he kills skeeters. Scratches, pounds on door.
Mrs. Rutherford. Ma'am. Mrs. R. It's Mose. Windows cattywampus. Dang. They ain't like Mrs. R. Let her rain barrel overflow. Mucks up with green scum. Deluge. Gonna be the death of this city.
Pounds on door.
You all right, ma'am?
He leaves door to scout around. Jack slips out the door. He shows bruised evidence of a recent fight. The red scarf is knotted at his wrist. He wears a strand of lady's pearls. His first trophy after stealing Mrs. R's life. Jack slinks away, slowly stretches arms out like wings. Mose doesn't notice him, flails and swats the swarms of mosquitoes.
Skeeter's a behemoth, big enough for his own stagecoach.
Lights down on Mose, up on Omi Friday. Omi Friday lights candles, sets it down. Throughout the scene, she sorts fruits and vegetables from a garden basket. Places anything red aside like it's poison.
Don't profit nothing to trap hatred in my heart, but I do despise the color red. Granny Judah was born in Africa. Folks in Granny's village owned few pretty things. There were no red colors in cloth, no cloth at all. Granny was captured when she was 5 years old. When grown-up villagers set up to labor in the fields, they laid the caution on children, warned them to scuttle up trees, stay put, beware of evil strangers who lurked, strangers who would capture as many children as they could seize, trick them with flashy gewgaws, trinkets, bells, beads, shiny stuff to dazzle children. One blazing morning, Granny peeked from the safety of her tree, spied strangers with pale faces, stringy ginger hair, scarlet scarves at their throats. One man dropped a small piece of red flannel, left it right on the ground. Kids leapt from the trees, grabbed for the fabric. A little further on, stranger dropped a larger piece. Kids bolted after him, and so on till the stranger reached the river. He whipped a large piece back into the water. Kids giggled, dove in, tussled for the cloth. Granny lunged for it, snatched it up, waved it overhead, then tied the dripping cloth at her throat, just like the rogue. Stranger swam further and further out, plopped a line of red in the water behind him, like a farmer dropping corn to get chicken to roast at night, or a shark leaving a trail of blood after it devours prey. Finally, when Stranger reached the ship, dropped the largest piece on the plank, enticed children on board, where he had the advantage. Herded as many children as he could. Stranger chained the gate, trapped the kids, lickety-split, the ship sailed away with captured young ones and the shattered hearts on the shore. Well, that's the evil story. Granny Judah, just a baby, bamboozled, captured, kidnapped, sold in America. In Africa, Granny had the fever dozens of times, protected her from catching fever in America. Sure the hell wasn't enough to clear the evil, but it was some kind of blessing. Granny's in my bones, in my blood. She protects me from fever now.
She sprinkles the contents of the little bundle over red items to clear the evil. Scene 6, Escapee. Blossom pushes her lemonade cart, swats away mosquitoes, some chant or song as in death cart opening.
Drink carts haulin', good people. Drink carts haulin', ice cold.
Sound of a single buzzing mosquito. She swats it, squeezes lemons.
Crazy. They're enticed to flailing and swatting.
She adds juice into the pitcher, stirs with a whisk. Jack enters with arms outstretched like wings, gives Blossom an up and down and a creepy wolf whistle. He flits about, whining like mosquitoes. Blossom studiously ignores this buffoon. Jack spits out a hank of chaw.
Mercy!
He swings around strands of pearls.
Hey, girl.
seductively.
You are fine as frog hair split 4 ways.
You spattered my boots with slime.
He watches the mosquito flit around, smacks it between both palms.
Oh, me little fucker.
Were you born in a barn?
Hatched from a mama rattler. How in the hell you stomach it, sweet little thing like you? Stomach this shit stank.
Don't really notice it, I guess.
Whole swampy city reeks to high heaven.
Ice cold lemonade? My mama's secret recipe.
Where's your mama?
Dead and gone. God rest her. Lemonade? Penny a quaff.
How much for a refill?
Penny.
Obliged. Pour one out.
He accepts the drink, takes out a flask, and spikes it.
I'll sweeten it with the Cuban rum.
Wouldn't know.
Hair of the dog.
I don't drink.
Vicious damn dog. Whoop. Whoop. Damn, not pound in the head.
Proud to belong to the Grace Freedom Church Ladies Temperance League.
Seen a Blossom's icy cold lemonade sign on the corner. You Blossom?
That's me.
I do love a lady in an apron. What about some grub now? You got something to wash down with this cold stuff?
Lemonade's all I sell.
Can't rustle up a plate of ham and eggs for a famished wanderer?
I specialize in lemonade.
About to lose my damn mind with the hunger pangs.
Order whatever you want at the eatery. There, across the way.
Whatever I like. Cherry.
Long as it's on the menu. And you can pay for it.
Don't like to flash a C note around, but I promise one's tucked in my pocket.
Second thought, the eatery's boarded up. Bakery's curtains drawn tight too.
Want to feel for it?
Wonder why everything's shuttered.
Stashed lots of bills in my satchel. Even decked out my fancy pearl necklace.
You some kind of rich fellow?
Might say. I cleaned up good.
Cleaned up? You'd stun a bobcat at 40 paces.
I bamboozled the hayseeds and the roofs on the steamboat. Swept up all their cash.
Haven't seen you here before, Mr.
Stranger. Jack Stranger.
Mr. Stranger.
Traveled from Havana by way of somewhere else.
You're a fair piece from wherever.
Caribbean, they call it. Just passing through.
What happened to your eye?
I got it in the way of some bastard's fist.
He fishes a chunk of ice from the pitcher, presses it to his eye.
Stop! Keep your greasy mitts out my lemonade.
On I go on. The pitcher's damn near empty.
Now I have to dump this batch out. Can't afford to squander my product.
Guess Mama Rattlesnake raised me a rube.
I have to buy more ice. Cuts into my profits.
Don't fret your comely little head.
Ice house prices are expensive in this heat. Where are you headed anyway?
Wherever this never-ending rain washes me. Man gets restless. Got to amble, ramble, gamble, or he gets stale.
Which steamboat were you on?
One or the other. They put the quarantine on it couple of 3 weeks back.
You mean to ward off plague? Or infection?
Guess you can call me an escapee.
From the plague?
No, the quarantine boat.
I asked, y'all. What kind of quarantine?
Hell knows. Bunch of jibber-jabber from some boat dock. Blather about poison my asthma.
Was the doctor?
He's a medical expert, calls himself. A tubby know-it-all. Feller about yay tall, yay wide, walrus mustache.
Was the doctor keeping you out of
Sure,
Memphis?
you just ask a damn boatload of questions, don't you now, nosy Nelly?
Or keeping you in?
Quarantine officer kept me out, I reckon.
You're in now.
Fool done his damnedest. Attempted bare knuckles enforcement. Me. Spare no tolerance for rules. Nobody gonna keep my ass locked up. Hid away. You hear me?
Isn't a hollering contest, sir.
Gifted with God-given rights. I'm American. Proud, free, bleed red, white, and true blue.
Keep your tobacco spittle to yourself.
Diseases from foreign parts ain't gonna snaffle my liberty.
Foreign?
Fuck the fever. And the miasma it blustered in on. Doc don't know a hangover when he bites him in the caboose. Told me I got the malarial fever or the neuralgia.
You're afflicted with foreign fever?
I ramble where I want, when I want. Now, you give us some sugar, honey. You can keep the change.
You confuse me with the brothel ladies.
Brothel? Well, now you are finally yakking my lingo.
On Gayoso Street.
Of course, I'm standing right here, ain't I? Flapping a string of pearls and cash at the ready.
I don't sell my flesh. Only...
Love me a fresh ceiling watcher. In fact, I collected a whole passel of them from all manner of foreign parts. Turned them out.
I only sell ice-cold lemonade.
Cold as ice, all right. Useless as teats on a boar hog.
He lunges for Blossom, loops red scarf over her shoulders. She jabs him with the whisk. He releases scarf, lets her go.
Even better than a lady in an apron. A feisty one.
Jack and Blossom tussle over the whisk. He tries to snatch it. She smacks him with it.
Better move along before
Sure did enjoy our little tussle now. but I gotta ramble, Cherry. What say you point me in the direction of that whorehouse?
Blossom brandishes whisk, points the way. Scene 7. Yella is Auntie Belle's canary.
Hey, Miss Blossom, will you kindly...
Haul your malodorous lump away!
Whoa.
I'm so sorry, Mose.
Ain't got to wallop me upside the head.
I thought you were a mangy vagabond tried to swipe a kiss.
Low down, dirty dog.
And kidnapped me. Something about him. An alarm clanged in my belly.
Where'd he scurry off to? Let me...
Dragged his drunken carcass to the Pink Palace.
Did you at least land a righteous call?
Sound of whining mosquitoes.
Whack that son of a biscuit. One less troublemaker in the world.
Never seen so many swarms in my life.
More vindictive and ferocious, if that's possible.
A bites bump blooming on your pretty cheek.
Anyway, Mr. Mose,
Anyway, Miss Blossom.
there's not a lick of lemonade to sell you. Well, any that's drinkable. Stranger plucked his grubby hands in the pitcher.
The heck?
Stole my ice for his bunged up face. I don't have money for the ice house.
Let me give you...
No. I have a business to run, just like you. Falling real short on customers lately.
Even in this sweltering heat?
Except for you. Still my best customer. And favorite. Anyway.
Take it as a loan then. A man's got to take care of his woman.
No, thank you. Doesn't profit to be beholden. Besides, you're struggling as much as me. If I can't sell lemonade, can't earn money, can't buy ice.
Just came from Miss Rutherford's and...
She has an ice box. Maybe she'll loan me a chunk. I'll reimburse her just as soon.
Strangest thing. Mrs. R hired me to pluck snakes from her woodpile. Told me to come around at 10, but didn't answer the door.
That's not like her. At all.
Cistern was overtopped with rainwater, slick with muck.
My heart plunged to my belly. Look, I have the icy shivers.
And the flesh prickles.
Here, no mosquito bites.
What say I push the car for you? Escort you to Mrs. R's so we can check on her.
I hope that sweet old soul's all right.
At Miss Rutherford's, Mose pounds on her door.
Mrs. R, it's Mose.
Blossom too.
Come to cast out your serpents, man.
And buy some ice. On credit, please, if you wouldn't mind too terribly much.
It's still as death.
Goose just walked over my grave.
Now I got the flesh prickles. Guess they contagious.
Give me a boost. I'll peek in the window.
Plunk your boot straight in my hands. 3, 2, and...
Miss Rutherford? Mrs. God and all his angels. She slumped on the settee.
I'm busting the door down. Mrs. R?
Mose busts the door down. He and Blossom exit an agonizing beat. They return.
She's gone.
Don't like to be ghoulish, but...
The dear soul.
What happened to her face?
She's gone home to Jesus.
Yellow, as Annie Belle's canary. Tongue swolled up, purple. Eyes dripped blood down to her chin.
Stop, Mose. I can't.
Let's hustle for Doc Lowell. He's the closest.
Can't rap on his door. He's whites only.
Mrs. R's white.
Well, she was.
Color of tarnished brass now. Let's...
You go. I'll stay with Miss Rutherford. Not a Christian thing to leave the dead alone.
Mose dashes off. Blossom bows head in prayer for a beat. She imagines herself in church.
Yes, God, yes, make us folks of spirit.
Lord, you made me plenty squeamish. After Mama died of childbed fever.
Folks of strength.
Grant me plenty strength. Coming, man.
I ask you here now, brothers and sisters.
I'll close your kind eyes. Real gentle now. Won't feel a thing.
What kind of ancestors do we seek to be?
I'm so sorry, Mrs. R. I can't touch you. Just don't have the spine for it. I won't leave your side, though.
Scene 8. Skedaddled for the hills. Projections of boarded up door. The sign reads Dr. Lowell in large letters and Dr. Bernstein in small letters. The sound effects of mosquitoes lights up on Omi Friday, who captures mosquitoes in Haint blue bottles. Omi Friday hangs bottles with others on the spirit tree.
Evil brothers stay put. Here? Hey, don't give me gruff. Don't want to go up against Juju, son. Dang evil spirits gotta stay bottled in Hank Blue. Now, how about you earn your keep? Do some good in this world. Scare away other evil ones. Go on, try it.
She touches the bottles against one another. They tinkle. Dr. Bernstein enters. She pounds on the door.
Locked out? Dr. Lowell, what in God's name?
Vamoosed.
Bloody hell. He-Man abandoned us.
Got that right.
Onward to the Indigents Hospital.
Dr. Lowell.
He in constant fool like a thief in the night.
Doc.
Ain't got the sense you were born with. What's up your britches?
Got a dead white lady down the way.
Doc skipped town. Been in hibernation last 2 weeks.
Handiwork keeps me real busy.
Ain't noticed. Pert near all white folks in Memphis up sticks.
A handyman juggles all his jobs. Like usual, man.
Mm-hmm. The way rich folks like it. Keep you harried ignorant while they la-di-da through life.
Now that you mentioned,
It happened right under your nose, son, and you missed it.
I heard wild commotion last week, or maybe the week before.
Exodus.
City's going real still lately.
Shotgun brigades loaded up with rifles and rabbit jerky.
Took to the country?
Skedaddled for the hills, Atlanta, St. Louis.
That far.
Folks I worked for flew the coop. Gave me no notice, don't they figure? All the rich folks vamoosed north to Illinois, Ohio even.
Whatever for?
To escape Yellow Jack.
Man?
The body collector.
Willipus Wallopus.
You know about Swamp Devil.
They ain't tootin'. Granny terrorized us with ghastly tales when we were knee-high to pollywogs.
Bet she did.
Put the caution on us. Warned us if we misbehaved, Willipus Wallopus would snatch us up, stuff us into an itchy burlap sack red as blood, haul our carcasses to his swamp lair.
Can't abide the color red. Old ones know evil when they spy it.
Granny scared the scat right out of us.
Bastard scattered his damn seed all over. Spread bilious fever too. Now quit gawking, shut your jaw for it unhinges. Take me to that dead lady. Let's treat her proper. Tote her to the undertaker. Wish I had a death card.
Oh, we's got a cart, man.
Good on you, son. I like me a bright boy.
Rickety old lemonade car?
Use them smarts you were born with. That's the way you harness power of the ancestors. Right, Swamp Devil?
C9. What kind of woman? Elvira, at a lighted candle, continues to organize medicine supplies. With great concern, checks, counts, and recounts the number of vials that remain.
Dr. Bernstein never judged, didn't fret that I loved both men and women, wasn't finished with wondrous ways. Her patient, a wealthy widow, plagued with the dementia, sought a live-in, offered room and board, plus wages on top, enough to set aside for brighter days. Time came when I saved enough to buy this exquisite house, filled it with downtrodden women, destitute, exhausted. They wore out their eyes at the needle trade, grew stooped at labor in rich folks' homes, tended other people's moppets. Some girls grew swollen with child, after bachelors cooed sweet promises with no intention of honor. I welcomed immigrants from shantytown. They toiled in factories that ground them down, scarcely able to make ends meet on $2 a week. Some pummeled by brutes, fathers, husbands, ruffians on the street. I tended their wounds, injuries seen and unseen. A woman cannot survive on paltry wages. Lust, my friends? It's a better paymaker than a mill owner or a tailor. My girls earned as much in an hour as in a week of sewing. What's more, they found family here. Family forged from love, from hope, from rage. Miraculous acts of kindness changed my life, launched me from surviving to thriving.
She takes off belt, places it on the table.
What kind of woman would I be if I didn't share my blessings? Open a hospital for indigent fever victims. I reckon doubting Thomases will cast aspersions, dub me a whore, desperate to redeem lustful ways. No skin off my teeth. Let busybodies poke noses in my affairs. I know who I am, what kind of woman I am.
From a silk bag, she removes a vial.
The needle helps me forget. But I remember everything.
She blows out the candle. A shift. Omi Friday enters with cauldron, a medicine satchel. She knocks on the door.
Hello? Anybody home?
Yes?
Hey, Miss Elvira, if you'll kindly step aside, I'll haul my cauldron in.
Do I know you?
You do now. Omni Friday here.
For
Fixing to rustle up healing victuals for the fever folks in the indigent.
well, I don't.
Lug roots and vegetables harvest from my garden. See? Rutabaga stew begging to be brewed.
Who sent you?
Sent myself. I'm your new hospital cook.
Beg pardon?
Shit. What kind of ancestor would I be if I didn't pitch in?
Scene 10. Stop. Thief. A projection. September 1878. Elvira and Jack outside brothel. A disheveled Jack wears more jewelry around his neck. Dangling bracelets, too.
Stop, thief!
You're dressing me, you whore.
Whose bracelets dangle from your wrists?
Mine.
Mule shit. That's stolen property.
They're my trinkets. Picked them up in exotic ports of call.
That's Pearl's bangle.
Isn't neither.
With her sapphire birthstone.
Old scrawny Pearl ain't much in need of it, is she now? Hollering and squawking with the fever.
Don't hawk phlegm on my floorboards.
Yella Jack craves filth.
Rube.
Old Yella chortles full wicked when we spread him.
I'm calling the police.
Don't get all tore up. Catch you tonight.
The police will lock your thieving ass in the hoosegow.
Tonight, darling.
Help!
Before you whore-ass innards boil. They're like a mess of greens.
Constable!
Spread eagle. With lady bits showing all the way up to your tonsils.
Stop, thief! Please! Steel yourself, Elvira May. Push on. The minute you think you're gonna kill over and die, gonna kill over and die.
The end of scene 10. Scene 11. Cesspool of Sin. Lights up on Father Brandt's office for a power struggle. Throughout, Father Brandt attempts to maintain control by clutching the ticket. He feigns releasing it, but fears losing control of his novice, Sister Gregory. She holds her ground, determined to gain the ticket and freedom from the convent.
Memphis is a cesspool of sin.
Nonetheless,
Folks shun church, gamble in taverns, gossip in beer gardens amongst sailors, foreigners, curb girls.
quarantine left Memphis in dire straits.
Away from watchful eyes, they dabble in Lord knows what. The fallen swarm theaters gawk at bare naked women who perform immoral rope dances, sinful gyrations. You're young, foolish, a known troublemaker.
I'm well, strong, hopeful. I devoutly thank God I can say so.
God punishes idolatrous Mardi Gras revelers with pestilence. Pagan bodies proved weak, diseased with debauchery. They spread plague like vile fornicators.
Don't coop me up here, I must help.
On a probationary basis.
I'm a novice, isn't everything probationary?
You'll report to Dr. Bernstein in the infected district.
Shantytown. I know Irish immigrants well, they're my people.
No. Immigrants' grounds are a lost cause.
There are no lost causes, Father.
So you claim. The city has more urgent needs.
Where then?
I'll give you today's round-trip ticket.
He dangles the ticket. Sister Gregory reaches for it, but he snaps it away.
After you depart the trolley, hurry directly to 2020 Deoso Street. It's well, that is to say...
The body house.
Jesus, Mary, and Holy Spirit, Joseph! Why the mother house plagues me with modern, newfangled females is...
Same reason the orphanage plagues the mother house, to punish wayward girls.
You should be hobbled with shame, guilt, and yet there's joy in your step.
Thank God for that. At any rate, I know the brothel well.
My holy heart. And what in the name and all that is sacred?
Well, the brothel's...
A regular Sodom.
bright pink. I adore a cheerful color.
Oh, of course. Now, the, as one calls her, female in charge, A lust merchant of sorts?
Oh, Father, you've afflicted me with terminal cringing.
She's given up her house for care of indigent female fever victims, too impoverished to pay for doctoring.
Bless her.
Your heart is too magnanimous. Don't ignore vile laborers of fallen women.
We'll understand one another.
Indeed.
He leaps to the bulging file.
Your file reveals a rather sordid history. Triplets, wasn't it?
Twins.
Rummaging through file.
Given up in New York?
Chicago, Father. I'll become fast friends with the women of the Pink Palace.
Snaps file shuts.
I should certainly hope not.
United in the sisterhood of a common cause.
One dallies with fancy females, one never marries them.
Didn't you know, Father, I'm not in the market for marriage?
These hussies are vixens. Gobble supper before they've said grace.
My trolley ticket?
You'll work during daylight only.
Sickness doesn't keep daytime hours.
Return to the convent tonight for Vespers, directly after nursing the leper.
I cannot listen to such a plan.
You must stay here in the country.
It will never do.
You'll be away from the infected area and the fallen women.
I'll nurse day and night.
The improprietary. What with Dr. Bernstein making his rounds too?
I'll remain at my post where I'll best serve.
You're unfit for obedience. If you survive the first vows, and I permit you to take them, it'll be a double miracle.
Well, haven't you heard, Father? I pray for miracles.
What am I to do with you, sister?
Hand me the ticket.
Extends palm again to no avail.
What will the cardinal think?
I'm unconcerned.
You're an odd one, aren't you?
So they tell me.
Nothing but trouble. Since you arrived from New York to serve out your penance.
Chicago, Father.
Same difference, infected with fornicators. Very well. Take the ticket.
He reluctantly releases the tickets.
I'll expect you tonight at Vespers. Sister, hear me?
Loud and clear.
This isn't an option, it's an order. See you tonight at Vespers. Correct?
I'll see you when God sees fit.
By St. Bugor and all the saints at the backside door of purgatory. Oh, sister.
Yes?
Memphis blazes with fire and brimstone. Best pray for frost.
Scene 12 seems kinda perverse. The sound effects of a cannon fire. The cannon man's voice speaks as Jack loads and fires cannon.
Load, ram, aim, prepare, fire!
Never ends, does it? Yokes with more.
Never ends, does it?
Yokes with more body collecting than I can handle.
Poor souls. Heaped outside the undertakers.
Got a total parcel of corpses, lickety split, before bad air spreads their disease. Need me an assistant, right quick.
Who can help? Everybody's vamoosed. Fever struck or dead.
Looking at you, Miss Blossom.
Looking at the wrong person, Mr. Mose.
Undertaker pays me bonus wages. $5 for an adult.
God made me plenty squeamish. Squeezing lemons is all the ugly I can handle.
$3 for a child.
Shatters my heart in a million pieces. Those innocent babies.
I love that you're so tender-hearted.
Most times, tender heart's a God blessing. Other times, a mighty curse.
How about you work as the marker? Draw chalk X's in front of houses.
Whatever for.
Lets me know the number of dead folks inside, so I don't miss it.
I can't.
And chalk the dimensions of caskets required. Smallest for infants, and
You can't bear to think on it.
truth is, I'm hauling money in hand over fist, plus extra from the grave digger.
On dead folks.
Somebody's got to do it. If not us, who? Now, don't breathe a word. Can't risk thieves rolling me in this lawless city.
Yes?
I earn buckets of cash.
No lie?
Swear on a sky-high stack of bodies.
Seems kind of perverse.
When opportunity bangs on your door, throw it open. Already earned 3 years' wages.
How much?
Enough to start my own business. When? Later.
I'll never forget what you told me. First day you collected the dead, described a lady just melted away.
I'll never lie to you. I stumbled on a pile of bones in green water on Miss Whitney's bedroom floor. Bless her soul.
flicks me with the gags to even ponder it.
Flossie, with all that money,
We?
me and you, can build a life together when this is all over.
I said God made me plenty squeamish, Mr. Mose.
So he did. No denying.
I can't.
We'll cobble a future. Me and you. Gotta lay down roots before we gobble fruits.
My business went belly up. I'm scrambling to pay rent at the boarding house, but one day, I'll peddle lemonade again.
Dang great.
People will journey all the way from New York City to quaff it down.
Clamor so loud for refills. Folks are here in Paris. Heck, you might even
Sell effervescent lemonade, sealed up in fancy bottles, with swamp flower etched on the tin cap. I'll own a cart brigade, hire girls with gumption. They'll peddle Blossom's bubbly hop, fizzy drinks coast to coast.
That's my girl.
One day,
Someday.
for now, let's tend to souls needing tended to. That's the ancestor I yearn to be, the one who survived hard scrabble times, so future kinfolk draw power from it.
A ship. Bring out your dead, good people. Bring out your dead again.
Scene 13. Cannon fire and horsewhips.
Load, ram, aim, prepare, fire!
Sound of cannon fire. Sister Gregory wanders with tiny suitcase. Omi Friday carries satchel, wears horsewhip at waist.
Everything's ablaze.
Fever fires. Folks burning up clothes, torch mattresses, blankets.
So as not to spread pestilence?
Got that right. Now, sister gotta cover your nose.
Oh, what about my ears?
Sound of cannon fire. Boom.
Thunderous racket. Soldiers blast away poisonous masons. Slaughter in with cannon fire. Listen here. Can't walk around with your nose flapping in the haze. Even lime spread over the streets can't smell of the stank. Decaying corpse.
That sickly sweet stench of death.
Stanks epidermical. Gone chop you down like a live oak before the fever does.
I do believe you're right, ma'am.
Call me Omni Friday, sister.
Gregory.
Here for nursing?
I am. Would you please show me the way to the pink...
The whorehouse?
The indigent hospital?
Right, the whorehouse. Just follow the buzzards a right for a piece.
I spotted them when I got off the trolley.
Can't miss the ominous old so-and-sos. Bountiful time to be a vulture.
They swoop so low, hover.
Buzzards lead you straight to lost souls. No man's land. Gonna spot bodies jumbled pell-mell at caskets stacked like cordwood in front of the dead's house. One a veer left.
Oh my.
Keep out the way of wagons. Some loaded with empty coffins, others with full ones. Hustle over the footbridge. Whatever you do, don't look down.
Why?
River packed with dead horses, cow carcasses, privies. Not a pretty sight. Then head straight north. Sister Greg, you all right?
I'm fine. Just a tad woozy.
You rocking like a wicker candle.
I fasted this morning.
No. That ain't gonna do.
Offered up breakfast to a poor soul in purgatory.
That don't profit nobody in this flaming city. Visitors might as well believe she's plummeted to hell in kerosene bloomers. It's fever. All day, all night. Fever's got that.
Understood. Fever.
We got 19,000 folks still living here and 17,000 stuck with the affliction.
Mother Mary.
About 200 folks dying every day.
Oh, may God grant them eternal peace.
We saddled with 10 pounds of mule shit in a 5-pound sack. Got
Understood.
that?
Sack.
If you're gonna nurse, you gotta stay healthy. Fed is healthy. Now that's the truth.
Provisions are scarce.
The way rich folks like it. Keep you hungry, weak.
I mustn't take food from someone else's mouth.
Hush now. You come with me. Gonna fix you a mess of greens, butter beans, cornbread, and my famous rutabaga cobbler.
Really, I couldn't.
If I had my druthers. Oh, all right, then let me escort you to the Pink Palace.
Oh, it's entirely unnecessary.
Right ornery in that chuck of town. Mean streets, especially these fever days.
I'm here to help others.
White people galloped away, left us black folks to fend for ourselves like usual.
She rattles a horsewhip.
You carry a weapon? Besides that big old crucifix, I mean.
Heavens. I've no desire to cause injury.
No, that ain't gonna do. Let me take care of that too.
I come in peace, with an open heart.
Mind you don't get swallowed alive. Veer right round the dead fella in the gutter yonder.
Dear God.
Pace yourself. There's hundreds more dead folks in the park, at the river, hundreds at the homes entered fried like eggs.
We can't leave this soul alone. He's someone's brother, someone's friend, someone's best beloved.
Mosey is on his way with the death wagon. Enterprising young man, that Mosey. Gonna go places one day. You lightheaded again? Blanchard Snow White.
Reminds me to pray for frost.
Got that right.
The sound effects of mosquitoes whining. Omi Friday captures him in her bottle, proudly holds bottle up to show Sister Gregory, who is utterly bewildered. Scene 14, Get Him Gone. Elvira and Jack outside brothel. Blossom's cart is nearby. Jack wears more strands of women's necklaces, rings, bracelets. His trophy collection grows. He looks to be rotting. Elvira uses a horsewhip to hold Jack at bay.
Out! Out of my house!
Fuck you sideways, bitch.
I warned you not to darken my door.
I ain't done nothing wrong.
You rained riverboat contagion upon us. Rendered my home a morgue.
False accusations chafe my scaly hide.
My girls are gone. Dead.
I paid up.
Deirdre, Lucy, Suzanne and Jinx.
Fair and square.
Sophie, Pearl, Baby Doll, my best beloved.
Yep, and oh yep, I had them all.
Martha last night, dead.
Paid my money. Now give me what's coming to me.
One after another, after another, after another.
Cry me a stinking Mississippi River.
Every last woman.
So your weak-ass whores can't handle a real man. All kick the bucket. Guess you're gonna have to do what I need done.
Get the fuck out.
You and what bitch army gonna compel me?
I will knock the syphilitic teeth out of your skull.
Omi Friday and Sister Gregory enter.
Sweet Mary, Mother of Jesus.
Told you. Need a hand, Miss Elvira, get that bastard gone?
I most certainly do appreciate it, Omi Friday.
Blessings to be blessings. Ain't that right, sister?
Christ!
Field of darkness around this one, a walking garage.
What in the holy hell? Ain't there any real women in this shit-stank city?
Afflicted with the mange.
What the chicken fried fuck? They hauling out nuns now? Nuns?
About to lose my religion, bucko. Sorry, sister.
Gonna lay her a whipping she'll never forget. Whip the whore too and let me watch.
I'll whoop your raggedy ass into next century. By the time you stop rolling your britches will be out of style.
Nah, I'm not afeared. I'll get you all.
Move your ass, sassafras.
Get the hell gone.
One after another, after another, after another.
Let the devil take you back.
Yeah, every last one of you.
Jack makes a gross kissing sound at Sister Gregory and lunges at her. She thrusts Blossom's card at him. Elvira whips him. He dashes off.
Oh, Lord, forgive me.
Damn muscle power on this one.
You must be Sister Gregory. Welcome to the Pink Palace.
Elvira, friend, I applaud your marvelous spine.
Thank you kindly. Strummed it all up by my lonesome. Appears you did the same.
Ain't Miss L something?
I'm in awe.
Oh, shucks, man. Just patched together with spite and silk stockings.
Oh, let's bind those bloody fingers.
Blossom and Mose enter with the body on a stretcher. Omi Friday grabs cart, helps them place the body on it.
You didn't shut her eyes, Bloss.
I still can't.
I can.
Sister Greg, death cart's about to roll. For we tend to Miss L's busted flanges. Want to pray over poor Yella Violet here?
Sister man, since you got a direct path to the Lord, would you pray for Frost too?
Please, if you wouldn't mind too terribly much.
Of course.
Chuck Frost will kill poison my asthma quick as grease lightning.
Cold and ice. That's how we square the circle.
Scene 15, Into the Fire. Omi Friday unloads the satchel, assembles roots and little bottles.
Do you have a change of clothes, sister?
Before we catapult you into the fire?
I embrace poverty, relinquished to all earthly possessions.
No.
I've only my habit and a sleep garment.
That ain't gonna do. You need a sturdy pair of dungarees, a work shirt with roll-up sleeves.
Well, I'm a sister of charity, a novice. The habit identifies my order, signals to all that I am here for prayer, filled with love, blessed with compassion, aglow with the Holy Spirit.
We all need prayer, love, compassion.
That's natural fact. But Memphis is hotter than a devil's girdle.
Even though it's suffocating.
Over 100 degrees.
We must keep fires blazing and
windows boarded up
to ward off plague.
You're gonna be sweating like a whore in church. Oh hell. Sorry to both of you.
I'll offer up sweltering heat to a poor soul.
In purgatory?
Greg's a caution. She does that.
I do.
Kind of heart this one. Suffers for a purgatory people. Shoulders troubles to help them out. CL, there's some dead Catholic folks marooned out there in the purgatory.
Will they get purified?
Or some such.
I loved an Italian woman once, crowned with glorious chestnut curls, a papist. We Protestants prefer a simple afterlife, heaven or hell, no mucking about in between.
I found the in-between quite revelatory. Nothing is black or white.
Me? I don't report to any bearded old white man in the sky.
Can't claim I do either.
I've had my fill of bearded old white men.
Haven't we all?
Me, daughter of the earth, filled with air, wind, and fire, come from a long line of root workers. Grow all my own medicine.
These are roots?
Bayberry, snake root, mandarin root.
And roots are?
For healing and conjuring. Roots are powerful, sturdy, bound to earth. They hang on tight when trouble threatens to wash life away. Now this, it's an African ginger root, precious, blessed.
By a holy woman.
Passed down. Plant goes all the way back to the ancestors. Here, hold it.
Oh.
Feel the power.
No, thank you.
Relations pass the precious plant alone. One generation after another. They tended our tiny gardens with devoted care long before I careened into this world.
How lovely.
Now, it's my rugged paws, a blessing. So, Elvira, let me fix you up.
I do appreciate your kindness, but save your treasures for fevered folks. I have my own medicine satchel.
She takes off belt, places it on the table. From a silk bag, removes a vial and needle. She makes tourniquet with belt, ties off vein, injects herself.
Mercy.
Damn!
What did you stab yourself with?
Morphine.
Doesn't it sting?
Not enough to remember.
After a beat, her body charges with a rush of euphoria.
Ah, euphoria. I'll hoard my sorrow in a secret drawer for a brighter tomorrow.
The sound of mosquitoes whining. Omi Friday captures them in her bottle.
One less devil on the loose.
A medicine bottle?
Yes, ma'am. To hang on my spirit tree in haint blue.
A lovely color.
Made from crushed up indigo plant.
To symbolize blue water.
Spirits can't pass over water.
Because Brother Jesus walked on it?
My ancestors go way back before your brother, man. When evil spirits skull, pester good folks. I capture them, cork them, string them out in the sunlight to die. Mosquitoes are Satan's emissary.
No lie.
You want to pray over the bottle?
Perhaps.
Or perhaps not.
Got it? No can do with the hoodoo. Plenty of space for all of our ways.
What time does Dr. Bernstein make his rounds? I was told to take orders from him.
From him?
Who's gonna tell her?
Expecting an old white man?
Beard waggling down?
To knobbly knees?
I confess I am.
Then you gotta extra love on Dr. Bernstein.
I have your medicine, Elvira. Lord knows supplies are... Goodness, what happened to your fingers?
Busted up her horsewhip hand to rid the Pink Palace of pestilence.
Just another Friday at the Indigenous Hospital.
Who did such meticulous bandaging?
Sister Gregory. I do believe Dr. Bernstein bestowed your first nursing compliment.
Dr. Bernstein?
Without wagging a white beard in sight.
Oh, me Friday, you are naughty.
Dr. Lowe abdicated all responsibility, abandoned his patients.
Saddled our dear doctor with the burden of their care.
On top of her own.
I'm here to serve. I'd like to nurse in shantytown, care for children left orphaned.
It's relentlessly grim. Absolute squalor, devastation.
I'm prepared. The worst days of my life remain behind me. I prevailed.
It's a gruesome disease with no signs of abatement. Surely the nation's never witnessed such a malady before. It afflicted folks in the immigrants' camps with particular cruelty.
They're my people.
Then your presence is sure to be a blessing.
Scene 16. One vow. All work to set the table, pour water and wine. Only Friday serves soup from a cauldron.
There's one vow we all take here.
No matter how scattered across Memphis the day hurls us.
How tempest-tossed.
We all come home
Here,
by nightfall to snatch fleeting respite from nursing.
break bread.
Share the day's victories and sorrows.
We feed our bodies and souls
We light candles.
Bear witness.
Tell stories from our past.
to stay human, soothe our minds, remember who we are.
Ease melancholy before the next catastrophe flings us to the four winds.
I promise.
Hey, you. Hustle on in.
Never stepped inside a body house before.
Welcome. It's a hospital now.
About time you joined our vigils. Well, you gonna sit yourself down, fill your belly?
Yes, please sit with me.
Blossom hovers like a honeybee. Let me tie a healing pouch on you, girl.
What's in it?
Herbs, roots, stones, feathers,
Bones?
bones too. Sister Gregory, anytime you ready. Pouch is waiting.
Thank you. No.
Blossom, you haul in the dead from sunup to sundown. Must be about famish.
Calico Cat snatched your tongue, girl.
Never broke bread with a coquette before.
I'm a hospital manager now, and a nurse. A woman must adapt.
Don't know much about carnal acts, Miss Elvira.
You'll know, sweetheart, when it's time to learn.
Fear of dying will do that to your body.
So will handsome Mr. Mose.
Miss Only Friday?
Damn, girl. Change subject so fast you blusted up a typhoon.
Why'd you do that? Melt back fat at the rim of your plate.
That's an offering for the ancestors, darling. They offer such strength. I love them, leave them nibbling.
Now, Blossom, is the undertaker paying your wages for chalk mark labor?
He pays Mose. Mose is his apprentice now.
What about your wages?
Mose saves my portion
Hell's bells!
with his.
No, absolutely not.
How much is your damn portion?
I don't know.
Ain't got the sense you were born with.
Dear heart, you're a businesswoman.
Never asked. When I took the job, I'd assumed we'd split it.
Assumed? No. That ain't gonna do.
I fear you'll never see that money.
Work for your man, your business sense flies away.
My dear husband helmed our finances. Left me flat broke when war killed him.
I trust Mose with my life. Out there amongst the dead and poison my asthma.
Trust him with your life, sure. Trust him with your money? Nuh-uh.
It's a tough road to hoe, but mealy mouths don't profit nobody. Demand your wages.
A woman must have her own money, first and foremost.
If Moses ain't gonna hand over your cash,
Heave the whole man away.
Lights on Dr. Bernstein. A projection. October 1878. Dr. Bernstein, with lighted candle, replenishes supplies in her medical bag.
I'm bone-weary, exhausted. Feel my hands are crossed, tied, that I'm good for nothing. Death endlessly ravishes the sick. Despite all I do, I tended 138 patients today, an onslaught, no end in sight. I can scarcely hustle from one street to another. Crowds halt me in their tracks, hurl themselves at my boots, tear at my garments, beg for help with a cacophony of doom. People drop dead on cobblestone streets or die alone, poached from the inside, shrieking in anguish. My sweetheart in England writes, wonders why I've delayed return, begs for missives. How to describe this horror? Go and turn the destroying angel loose upon a defenseless city. Let the beast smite whom he will, young, old, rich, poor, the feeble and the strong, silent, unseen, and unfelt, until his deadly blow is struck. Give him his dreadful harvest, all days and nights from burning midsummer sun until the last heavy frosts. And then, yes, and then, one can form some idea of what Memphis and all this valley is. I should be back in London with my research and my beloved, but I'm tethered here till catastrophe passes. I couldn't possibly abandon Memphis now. The fever's cracked my heart open, heightened my emotions. Never in all my life have I been so full of sympathy and sorrow for human suffering.
Sister Gregory lights the candle and prays over it. A bead.
I stumbled upon 2 young girls, poor children trapped 2 days in a one-room cottage with the bodies of their parents. Their uncle in utmost suffering, delirium. It was 24 hours before I could arrange burial of those fearful corpses. I summoned a constable before any undertaker would enter that wretched room. I crawled home, collapsed into bed, first time in 3 nights. Much to the hue and cry among you, friends. Forgive me, please. Forgive me terrifying you with my absence. Sorrow is always a part of me, the enduring companion of my life. However, I somehow unearthed the door of hope. Keep it wide open. We easily say in this sad world, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord. But it's terribly hard to say, thy will be done.
Dr. Bernstein lights candle, removes bloodied hospital garments.
It's nearly November. Has everyone prayed for frost? I'm no believer, but I take inspiration from stories of Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Leah, Hannah, Abigail, daughters of Israel, beloved ancestors. Would that I held the prophetic wisdom of Miriam, judicial powers of Deborah, the veracity of Gael. Friends, I'm no believer, yet I pray and pray and pray.
Hands garments to Omi Friday.
Burn it all to hell, into the fire.
Dr. Bernstein blows out candle, a shift. Then lights up on Blossom and Omi Friday.
Another day of chalking and hauling.
Bless you.
Pray to God frost comes soon, and I'll hustle back to my lemonade stand.
Lost another good nurse to the fever overnight, and I quietly panic.
Consider me to fill her spot, Miss Elvira. God made me plenty squeamish, but he made me quick to learn.
I offer room and board, plus wages on top. I'll hire you on the spot.
I'm grateful, ma'am. I'll cogitate on it. A woman must have options.
Got that right.
Elvira exits. Blossom gathers up chalking supplies, hesitates, reluctant to depart.
Something gnawing at your gizzard, Blossom?
Feel a twinge for Mama, is all.
You never speak of your mama. Where is she?
Heaven? I'm an orphan, Miss Omi Friday. Mama died of childbed fever after a traitor filled her with seed.
Bastard.
I was just a happy little girl, but I remember.
Born into it?
Yes, ma'am. In the cabin outside the main house.
Mama was a housewoman?
She was. Taught me to make the tangiest lemonade ever. Once my breast buds came, and the old traitor said to eyeing me, Mom and my auntie spirited me away. Warned it was best I go high, for my childbearing years set out, and I was ripe for the pickings.
It's pure evil what the red scarves did. It'll haunt us forever till we square the circle.
Church ladies kept me hidden, told me when Mama passed. Never even got to.
I'm sorry, Blossom.
It was a long time ago. But it sure feels lonely to be a motherless child sometimes.
Sweet girl, you have a mother.
No.
She watches over you always. Allah, I mean, mother of all things, she never leaves you.
But what about my real...
Now, you're righteous, Mama. She's in your blood, in your bones.
Feeling. She loves me still.
Loves you always. She's with Allah Ani right now. You don't have to go to church to speak to them. Go outside.
Where am I now?
Here. Shove your hands in the soil. There. Dig them in deep, deeper. Feel grounded.
Sturdy.
That's our baby girl.
Lights down. Scene 17. Blow a chill wind. Lights up on Elvira and Sister Gregory.
Dear God above, blow a chill wind over Memphis, the kind that lets you spy puffs of your own breath.
Another endless day dawns after another sleepless night tending patients.
Rest, dear heart, wherever, however you find it.
My strung up spine cracked.
Join us when you can. We'll stagger our breathing till then.
Nearly forgot. Father Brandt mailed you another letter, sister.
That bearded old white man is relentless.
Postmaster wrote on it, fumigated with formaldehyde.
Not strong enough to protect me from his latest tirade.
Usual claptrap from the bearded one. Shames you within an inch of your life. Me too. curses us to eternal whoredom, demands your return. Sister Gregory, hasten at once to the convent. God wrought the fever to punish the demon stronghold of fornication.
Elvira imitates lampoons Father Brant. Excellent letter and response with Sister Gregory.
Memphis is a cesspool of sin.
I'm a champion swimmer.
Your soul is in mortal danger.
As ever.
I denounce fornicators, sodomites. Hell hath opened her maw.
Her maw?
You broil in fires of the pit.
Mine is a consecrated rebellion.
Those miserable creatures aren't worth saving. There are masses of rottenness, vehicles of disease. God's judgment is harsh.
I am love and compassion. I understand. I too have suffered.
Strumpets allow Satan to enter their sin caves.
Sin caves? Oh, dear God, make it stop.
Black and whites promiscuously mingle. I'll come there myself, box your ears, drag you back. Brand's too afeard to mingle with contagion and us.
You know what to do, Elvira.
Burn
it all to hell.
Into the fire. Nursing in Shantytown again.
As ever.
Don't stay the night, sister. Please, come home tonight.
Sickness keeps no regular hours.
Sorrows I tamp down burble to the surface with a vengeance. Blood. So much blood.
I'll come home by nightfall. Now, promise you'll snatch a lie down.
A shift. Alone, Elvira makes tourniquet with belt, ties off vein, injects herself, and waits for release.
Rations grow scant. The apothecary's vamoosed. I must beg Dr. Bernstein to replenish.
She loses herself. Sister Gregory is with Omi Friday.
After I visit Mr. Clem, I'll tend to Mrs. Ramona.
Still?
Poor lamb has one baby in the cradle, another at her breast, and a third in her belly.
Let me rummage in my satchel. Here, carry Miss Morona some cotton root bark.
For fever?
For brighter days. Woman's got to maintain control over burden. Ain't that right? Else a man's gonna fill her up with seed till she kicks the bucket with the childbed fever. And he snatches up a younger bride, carries her off like a Willapoose Wallapoose.
I wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm. Now, Greg, let me tie bits of rag under your habit. Soak them up with disinfectant. That'll keep you safe for one more day. Hey, are you crying?
I cry often, with great abandon, in private, hustling home, hauling water, in prayer, during fitful night's slumber, but not in front of the patients, never in front of them.
Weep whenever you need to, Greg. Cry here in my arms if there's some small comfort.
All dried up. Tonight I weep again, but today I work.
Tilt your righteous face to the sun, feel that fire.
Burns my cheeks.
Mother Earth is the truest, best beloved. She'll never abandon you, never forsaken you. She won't let you out her sight. We won't either, long as you come back.
I'm afraid, Omi Friday. Afraid contagion clings to me, to my habit, and I'll sicken you.
Hell with that racket. Devil knows I can't get the fever. Now, sis, you eat breakfast.
I'm in a rush.
So that's a hell no.
We've a house full of patients. I won't steal food from mouths of the hungry.
Can't pour from an empty pitcher, sister.
Sound effects of mosquitoes. Omi Friday swats Skeeter away from Sister Gregory, captures it in Haint Blue bottle.
Got him. Cantankerous little bastard.
Omi Friday, you're naughty.
That's why you love me.
Scene 18. 'Tis now the very witching hour. A projection, November 1878. Sister Gregory and Omi Friday enter. The sound effects of a horse and a wagon over streets. Lights up on Jack, who mimes driving the horse and carriage.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
What can I do for you, sister?
Will you please direct me to Mr. Ephraim Clem's home? I have medicine.
Hot soup, too.
Got Ephraim Clem right here, sister. In the 6-footer. His coffin. Giddy up!
Sound of horse and wagon in retreat. The sound of buzzing mosquito and a howling wind.
Evil blusters today. Ancestors are warning us.
Portent on the wind.
Like the wind, the day the wild pigeons squabbled in the market. Scrambled inside the Pink Palace, Greg. Ain't a day to roam these malicious streets.
It will never do.
Here, tote my whip then.
No, violence cannot be the answer.
Woman got to carry protection. Let me tie a healing bag on you at least.
Sister Gregory smiles, lifts the crucifix to show her protection.
Vampires can't abide crosses, that's no lie. But it's marauding Yellow Jack himself, skulking out there, stabbed and murdering bully in the heart.
Goodness gracious.
Get yourself home by curfew, so's we can bolt the door. Watch over one another in the night.
I won't stay away too long.
Be home by nightfall. Nightfall, here? Or I'll come and looking for you.
Army Friday exits.
Walk with me, Mother Mary. Each day brings new grief. Last week, as I hustled home, I heard a woman singing on her front porch, the voice of an angel. She paced back and forth, tenderly, cradled an infant to her breast. A closer look showed the baby was deceased, dead several days. I gently took the child and summoned the sexton for burial. And the poor tormented mother, dragged to an asylum, a confirmed lunatic, paces the ward with a bundle in her arms. She croons a lullaby to what she imagines is her living babe. I can't claim to know the unbearable grief of a baby's death, but I know a mother's ache for a child torn away, as do you, Mother Mary. There lies in squalor a poor Dubliner, frying alive with fever. I know you have many to care for, but I must beg. Please don't leave my side as I tend to him.
She exits. Blossom enters with Mose.
Mose, when are you going to pay up? Give me my wages.
Don't worry your pretty little head. Our stash is tucked away in my safe place.
Need it in my safe place, though. Doesn't profit to be beholden.
Money's going toward one future. Boss watches over his assistant. Takes care
You're
of...
not my boss. I'm your partner. Don't need to be watched.
Our wages are aimed toward the same dream, though.
Undertaking's your dream, Mose. I got my own.
You're fixing to earn a dang good living for us.
So? My wages?
Later.
No. Need to close out the books now. Got another job offer. Solid. Profitable. Promising. I'll work there till I get back to Lemonade.
Thought you were my employee.
Said I'm your partner. When the fever times end, I'll tend my own business. Hop on my effervescent dream. Blossom's bubbly.
Did Willipus Wallopus slither off with my girl?
Carted her away myself.
I didn't even get to smooch her goodbye.
A woman must have her own money, first and foremost.
Take it, boss. Every single penny of your money. See?
She counts it.
It's all there. And this?
Tossed in extra, too. Bonus bucks for devoted labor and cart rental.
You sure did.
Don't know how I'd manage without you. Guess it's cattywampus chivalry is all.
How's that?
Fixing to protect my woman. Guard her wages. Figured that's what a man's supposed to do for his woman. Thought you'd like it.
I don't. I'm a businesswoman. I'll lead myself. Clutch my money just fine, Mr. Mose.
Hope you'll clutch me too. So, you're quitting?
Considering my options.
Dang.
Liked it better when we didn't work together is all.
So you leaving me then?
As long as we understand each other.
I understand now. Didn't mean to hog the reins, boss. I feel real bad. Embarrassed too. Swear on a sky-high stack. So?
I'm not going anywhere. As long as we're equal, we're family.
Scene 19. Invasion. Sister Gregory tends patient who is not visible.
How am I doing, sister?
Perfectly fine, dear heart.
Can't hear. Please lean closer.
Jack is in bed. Jack is disguised as patient. He's raggedy and decrepit with disease and decay, draped in jewelry, leaps up, snatches Sister Gregory's crucifix, does gleeful dance reminiscent of Teve's If I Were a Rich Man, lights down on Jack and Sister Gregory, up on Blossom, Elvira, and Ami Friday.
Bolt the door, y'all.
Keep it unlatched.
Got that right.
Latched, please. Just overnight, Yella Jack roams the streets.
So does dear Sister Gregory.
All right, then. Can't lock a righteous woman out.
Plop yourself down, Elvira, else I'll plop you myself. Gonna paste a gully in your wood floor.
I'm Crookshank of Worry.
Soup's on, take a load off. You too, Blossom.
Sister promised she'd be home at nightfall.
If you ain't agonizing, agonize on a full stomach. I rummaged through the cellar, evacuated some dusty old lentils, polished them off real pretty for a healing root stew.
Cellar? The Pink Palace has no cellar, Ami Friday.
Unclog your ears, Missy. Didn't say it was your cellar now, did I?
Oh, you?
Sinful to waste food. If folks gonna abandon stocked larders in dire times, I'ma put them in fruitful use.
Sweet Jesus, I found Sister Gregory crumpled on the doorstep. She's poorly bleeding from her mouth and ears.
A shift to indicate passage of time, the women gather at Sister Gregory's bedside where Ami Friday arranges a table of roots, herbs, and bottled potions.
Still got the delirium? Got powerful herbs for that.
And convulsions. I strapped her to the bed so she won't tumble off. She's yellow. Hasn't stopped vomiting blood so much.
I'm sorry. I still can't find your crucifix, sister.
It's here with me, nestled at my servant's heart.
I sent Mose for Doc Bernstein twice.
Doc must be buried alive with fever folk.
We'll take matters into our own hands.
God, make speed to save us. Lord, make haste to help us.
Prayerful as ever.
All this fuss, I'm fine.
Let me share a bit of comfort.
I haven't the fever, only a bad headache.
Might I fan you?
No.
Hang mosquito netting.
I beg you, no. I couldn't let you fatigue yourself. Your labor is relentless.
I've never known someone unselfish as you.
The headache will be gone by sunset. I've offered up the pain.
She's a cautious, that one. The purgatory people love on her. Me too.
I do have one request. Please open the window shades. I don't want to miss the glorious sunset. Look, a blood-orange sun sinks into the Mississippi River. A marvel, isn't it? Bizarre that one still finds anything lovely. Yet beauty still exists. I recognize it still. I'm still human.
The stage lights with colorful glow of a spectacular sunset.
Enjoy nature's glory, love.
From a silk bag, she removes 2 vials and a needle.
Are those your last doses?
I've hoarded one last vial, till Dr. Bernstein arrives with replenishment.
Scrawl my name on it, Miss L. Hatched me a scheme.
These are for Sister Gregory. Shall we pray over our dear friend? Send her home?
She injects Sister Gregory. The sound effects of a single whining mosquito. Omi Friday swats at it.
Tell you what, mosquitoes pure death.
God makes such beauty from ashes. Alleluia, Osana.
She takes Omi Friday's haint blue bottle, captures mosquito. Sister Gregory dies.
Sister Gregory's gone home.
I'll close your kind eyes, sister. Real gentle now. Won't feel a thing.
She very gently closes Sister Gregory's eyes, removes the bottle from Sister Gregory's hand, and holds it to her chest.
Home to her brother man, Jesus.
Blossom tolls death bells for Sister Gregory, lights up on Omi Friday.
I am water. I weep, I cleanse, I flow. Allah Ani, mother of all things, power of the earth, power of the ground, from the fertile earth to the barren harvest lands. You give birth to all things. You gift us with snow, you to heal the earth. Devil, I'm coming for your evil. Gonna put a hurting on you. Banish your snake belly menace.
Swoops over Jack, who's dancing in Sister Gregory's crucifix.
The ever-loving fuck.
Killer, thief,
Stabs him with needle.
mosquito without teeth.
Jack topples over. Scene 20, the aftermath. Blossom sits on top of casket, sets aside a piece of cobbler. Hank Blue Bottle is with her.
Not gonna finish your apple cobbler, Blossom?
For Mosey truddles that casket off to the grave digger.
Left a nibble on my plate for the ancestors and Sister Gregory.
Omi Friday stands at Spirit Tree, wears Sister Gregory's crucifix.
Good on you. Never could get that Greg to eat up.
Omi Friday opens Hank Blue Bottle. Sound of swarming mosquitoes. The swarm falls silent. The mosquitoes turn into ice crystals. Snow falls.
Jack Frost. It's snowing.
Praise Mother Mary.
Praise Mother Earth. I'm so sorry, Miss Elvira. Sorry I inflicted Jack on the Pink Palace. Never should have pointed that way.
You didn't send him, sweetheart. Poison ancestors did.
Blossom takes the Hank Blue Bottle from Omi Friday.
Think on it. Blossom's blue bottle bubbly for brighter days.
Help! Fucking help!
Hear something?
Jack pounds on casket, screams.
Bust me out. God damn it.
Not a blessed sound.
You bloody bitches.
You, Blossom, hear anything?
Just gentle snow.
Doc Bernstein enters.
Snow, an answer to prayer, falling from the heavens.
I'm gonna chop you whores down. Every fucking last one of you.
Smite's plagued with the ferocity of Yael.
Turn me loose.
Bring out your dead, good people. Bring out your dead.
Amen.
Blossom hangs Hank Blue Bottle on Spirit Tree. Omi Friday hangs Sister Gregory's crucifix, clinks the bottles together.
Good spirits amongst the bad.
For brighter days.
Got that right.
Dr. Bernstein lifts her face to the snowfall.
I do adore fresh snowfall.
Blossom catches a snowflake on her finger.
So cold it burns. Snowflakes show God's design so intricate.
Elvira catches a snowflake.
Delicate, fragile.
Omi Friday heaps snowflakes together, makes a snowball.
But so powerful when they cling together.
Snow surely does turn the wicked world pristine.
And blissfully silent.
A long beat of peaceful silence. Then Jack pounds on his coffin.
Help. Help me.
Well, family, what say we go inside, build a roaring fire?
The women exit, leaving the coffin alone on stage. There is a beat of silence, then Jack pounds fiercely on the coffin.
Help. 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 I ain't fucking dead.
Snow falls. End of play. Thanks everybody. Ron Fernandez, Shelby Griffin, Ricky Jones, Nadine Villarreal, Thad Isbell, Aaron Hugo, Malika Maddie, Susan Van Belton. We just read Yella Jack by Donna and Latham, presented by Artist de la Rosa and Dragstrip Courage. Thank you all for coming.